What is up, guys, and welcome to the show. So I figured I'd make this video today because why not? I was gonna make it tomorrow, but I kind of figured because there's a few things going on early tomorrow. But anyway, I'll dive right into it. So basically, what I want to talk about today is Sunday is WrestleMania. So WrestleMania weekend kicks off starting officially tomorrow. Basically, what WrestleMania weekend is for the past couple of years or so, a bunch of wrestling organizations, some independent, some bigger, have gotten together and decided to make a whole big weekend out of it, where they have like all these big different events all in and around the city of the hosted WrestleMania. So this is pretty much just what's going on for the WrestleMania weekend. So of course you have WrestleCon. Now of course WrestleCon last year, if anybody paid attention, had a bunch of had a really good event that was Lucha Underground versus Impact. It was at WrestleCon. They had a bunch of great events, a bunch of great matches and stuff like that. If you didn't check it out, I'm sure you could find it somewhere floating around on the internet. But you have WrestleCon that is marked for tomorrow. It's marked to start tomorrow. You have some great matches that are coming up on the Super Show, WrestleCon Super Show. One of the matches you have is Bandito versus Will Ospreay. Now, Bandito is awesome, so you can't go wrong without checking that match out for sure. You also have Dragon Lee versus Carverno. Now, Dragon Lee, awesome, Carverno. Both guys, CMLL luchadors. Great luchadors for sure. Can't go wrong with that matchup as well. As well as you'll have the Lucha Brothers fighting on the card as well. Not too sure who they're going to be going against, but they will be a part of that. If you check out the WrestleCon website, it doesn't say who they're going to be going against, but it definitely just says that they'll be having a match. What that match is at this point, I'm not too sure. And of course, you'll have many more great matchups as well. So definitely check out the WrestleCon Super Show, which is marked for the 4th WrestleCon. Of course, we'll be going from the 4th, the 5th, and all the way up to the 6th. Bunch of great luchadors and wrestlers will be there doing signings as well. They'll have matches, of course, throughout. So they'll have matches on the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Great cards, I'm sure. Definitely want to check that out. You'll also see at 4 p.m. on the 4th an event held by GCW. You also at 7:30 you'll have an event held by the ISW, as well as 11 p.m. you'll also have an event by the AIW, as well as you'll see the MLW, which I believe MLW has a New York. I believe that one is going to be held in New York, which their event is called the Rise of the Renegades. You also have Impact event, which is of course going to be in New Jersey. Now this Impact event is of course on the 4th as well. It's called United We Stand, which you will see the Lucha Brothers versus RVD and Sabu, as well as Team Impact versus Team Lucha Underground, which will include Johnny Impact, Brian Cage, Moose, and Eddie Edwards, to take on Drago, Aerostar Daga, as well as King Cuerno. Now that should be a really great event on its own right. Of course, a ton of more matches involved in Impact United We Stand. Definitely got to check that out. It's going to be pretty awesome. On the 5th, you of course have an event, of course, by GCW, an event held by ISW, another event held by AIW, as well as you will have MLW's Battle Riot 2, which will see a 40-man Battle Royal. It's going to be a really great event as well as you have WrestleCon Presents. Sorry about that. Yes, of course, you will have the event, of course, being on the 5th. You will have WrestleCon Presents US versus the World. So I'm pretty sure, I'm not too sure what's involved in that one, but I'm pretty sure you'll probably see US wrestlers take on luchadors, as well as Japan wrestlers, probably some Canadian guys as well in there. So I'm sure that that'll be pretty great as well. Now, of course, on the 6th, you have an event held by the OC, ISW, and GCW, as well as you'll have ROH Ring of Honor's big event, this G1 Super, live from Madison Square Garden, New York. That kicks off at 7:30, and of course, that is it. After that, you of course have the big show, which everything of course leads up to and then concludes WrestleMania weekend with the huge WrestleMania event. So I'm sure I'm not really excited for this year's WrestleMania. I think it's gonna be crappy, but of course I'll be doing a show on that later on. But anyway, that's the whole WrestleMania weekend thing. Of course, you have WWE, fan access, WrestleMania access, that whole thing as well. But yeah, so that's what WrestleMania weekend really is. Just all these promotions just decided to get together and just make a huge kind of event out of it, where it's pretty much nonstop wrestling and lucha libre all the way up until the big WrestleMania event. But anyway, guys, that's the vid. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You know very much, and check you in the next video.